Best food, the best food. Rare kangaroo cooked underground. Oh my fucking gosh. What? Bro, y'all really eating kangaroos is crazy, bro. Is that legal? Like, literally, is that legal? Like, I really want to know, is that legal, yo?
Right there.
In this video,
They hunting down kangaroos, shorty.
we're hunting down and cooking up Australia's
Oh no, poor kangaroo.
iconic kangaroo.
So this is actually going to be my first taste of kangaroo. Let's go for it.
But first, let's back up. You can't talk about Australian food without talking about Aboriginal cooking. The Aboriginal people were the original inhabitants of this land, and their language, culture, and recipes go back thousands of years.
I've seen plenty of damper. I've never seen it like flatbread cooked on the coal.
That is how you do damper.
Right.
Well before any European stepped foot on this continent, Aboriginals were hunting kangaroo and preparing them in incredible ways.
In about an hour more, we are all about to reveal the bush tucker. And we're going to see if it's cooked all the way through.
Today, I'm on a mission to learn more about ancient Aboriginal cooking.
Do you think there's any restaurants serving kangaroo stomach anywhere?
And even more, to taste kangaroo meat in the outback.
You had to pick one part of the body that was your favorite. What would it be?
The tail.
I'll also be sampling some other unexpected dishes.
Is that all the way cooked through?
What?
It looks like it is, but we'll know in a minute.
Wait, what you mean you? What the fuck? Is these niggas
What would it
just?
be?
The tail.
I'll also be sampling some other unexpected dishes.
Is that all the way cooked through?
It looks like it is, but we'll know in a minute.
It all starts with a welcome meal, but considering we're doing this entire Australian food series without going to a single restaurant, our protein must be obtained the old-fashioned
One
way.
of the biggest goannas I've seen.
Meet Elijah, Aboriginal Australian,
Just looking around for a feed.
experienced in taking down wildlife and turning it into food.
Pop that motherfucker.
Just looking for a bush turkey, but we couldn't find one, and we just pulled in over there and seen this fella walking. So we got him instead. This is a goanna.
This here is a yellow-spotted monitor lizard, a ground dweller with a sleek, scaly body. They're an Aboriginal favorite, cooked up now, as they would have been generations ago. No seasonings, no herbs, no marination. Here, it's all about the perfect and precise application of heat.
Man, well done.
Crazy,
with the hunt.
bro.
Very humble. Elijah, what are you doing right now?
Just burning the top layer skin off so it cooks properly in the ground.
What is it you like about this meat?
Probably the best meat you could ever have.
Better than kangaroo?
Better than a kangaroo.
All right, I can't wait. It's gonna be one hell of a lunch. Sweet.
A ground oven is constructed by digging a hole, spreading some hot cinders, placing the animal on top, then burying it right under the dirt. Add another layer of hot coals on top, then let the earth do its magic. The aroma wafting from the locally termed goanna is a surefire indication of its readiness. Once cooked, the goanna is laid on a bed of wattle leaves to cool down while any dirt is wiped away.
I like there's like 2 Allen keys right here, holding the legs back.
That's what you call innovation.
Joining our meal, Clint and Jaden, both with Aboriginal roots. While we're here in Western Australia, Clint will be guiding us through a myriad of off-the-beaten-track food experiences.
Usually when I
Wow,
see these, I
bruh.
recognize them as iguanas, but here, they're called something different.
We call them goanna. When Aboriginal people first learnt the word iguana, we just discarded the I and just turned it into iguana.
Iguana.
Yeah.
Now we'll cut the backbone.
Ooh, it's definitely squishy.
Looks like pork belly or something.
Why
I
the
thought it would be
fucking
dry,
fly?
But it is fatty.
There's kind of like a residual soup inside, made from all the meat and whatever organs remain. Are there organs in there?
Yep.
Oh yeah, is that the liver?
Liver and lungs, and that's the fat.
Bro, they really eating this shit. Wow, the flies and
yeah.
shit.
You're ripping the tail off now.
Yep.
Oh, that is like really pure white meat.
Oh,
Oh, take a look. boys. Looks like chicken breast, but even more white. And do you eat the skin at all?
No, the skin is really tough.
Too tough, right?
Yeah. Put some on your damper and eat them together.
The dampa is an incredibly dense staple made popular by colonial ranchers looking for a quick way to make bread. All it takes is flour, self-rising flour, and water. Shape it into a round loaf and toss it over hot coals.
You know, I've seen bread charcoal cooking before in India. Actually, they'll take cow dung, dry cow dung. Oh, it has no smell. I think after it cools down a little bit, they're gonna throw it on there, cover it up, and then it'll cook all the way through. I see you got plenty of dung around here.
Yeah.
How about burning that?
Nah, mate.
No?
Only to keep away the bugs.
All right, should we try it out? Cheers.
It ain't helping. That shit ain't helping at all.
A little fishy. The fat has a little bit of a fishiness to it. It's like chickeny, but more succulent.
It's kind of like got a barbecue flavor.
Like a little smoky.
Yeah, a little bit smoky.
The bread, it's a die for. Who hunted this bread?
You can see why there's so much hype about this. You know, you could feel it from these guys that it was going to be really good. They really had a lot of faith in it.
Well, and you can't just roll into a restaurant and order this. It takes work, it takes luck. So when you eat
Gameplay boy, appreciate you for the leg, bro.
Where'd Elijah go?
Right now we're in Sherlock, a small rural outpost just outside of the
Hope your
not-so-bustling
night
city of
feeling
Karratha.
This
amazing,
is
bro.
our traditional land. Our family have lived here for up to or over 60,000 years. And this type of food, you know, is what sustains
I'm not
our
eating that shit
people.
if we got
And
flies
it's
on,
great
I'm
that
sorry.
even though we're living in a modern day and we can go to the supermarket and buy meat and vegetables and stuff, that we still have the ability to go out on country and hunt like our ancestors did, except, you know, we do it a bit more easier with, you know, rifles and stuff these days. But the technique that we cook it in and all that is still the same.
The Aboriginal people are the original inhabitants of this land, with a history dating back thousands of years. The arrival of British settlers in the 18th century had a profound and devastating effect on the Aboriginal communities. This group that once represented 100% of the island's population now only accounts for 3.3%.
Wow.
Today, many still reside in rural areas and towns where they can maintain their traditions.
I've seen plenty of goannas, but there's no way I could ever hunt one myself. It's completely illegal.
Oh.
As wild game like goanna or kangaroo have been part of the Aboriginal diet for thousands of years, their hunting practices are recognized and allowed by Australian authorities.
Only Indigenous Australians are allowed to hunt certain animals, but when you're in our presence, you're allowed to be a part of that.
Cause they can't do it, we can't do it, but they can do it.
As night falls, the seemingly limitless horizon is cloaked in dark. While Jaden navigates us deeper into the countryside, Elijah and I have been given the crucial task of spotting our prey.
So I have a flashlight. So am I looking for a kangaroo or just like the reflection of the eyes?
You'll see the whole body shining. Once he turns his head to you, his eyes will be shining at you.
And it's not just gonna jump away?
Depends on how much noise you make approaching it.
Do you usually hunt in this vehicle?
Any car.
Any car, it's fine.
Yeah.
Tesla?
No.
Well, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Elon Musk would love that.
That's big
How
dog,
funny
you know.
is
If you
this?
see a kangaroo with a joey, you let it be because that's a mother, you know?
Oh, you try not to shoot any females?
Yeah.
But how can you tell at night when they're so far away?
Because they got a pouch. You'll see the pouch.
Is it illegal to hunt the females?
Oh, not really. We just don't hunt it because so we can breed more, you know?
We want more kangaroo meat for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, there, no.
On the road?
On the road. Be quiet, be quiet. Don't make a big noise. Be quiet.
As we approach the kangaroo, Jaden turns off the car engine to avoid spooking the animal.
Right there, right there, right there.
Pull up, come on. He's good. Ah, bloody hell, Mr. Big Kangaroo over there now.
What happened?
He got spooked. Too much noise.
If they're moving at that pace, can you still hit them? Do you have any chance?
Nah, that's why we whistle at them, so get their attention, they'll stop.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you prefer the bigger ones or smaller ones?
The smaller ones. I find the meat is more softer.
That one looked big and ripped. It was like the rock of kangaroos.
It just got cow.
Wait, pull up.
Dome his ass.
Hey. Ah, no bullet in there. Come on.
Gun jammed, hell no.
Is it gone?
No.
got him, right?
Yep.
Wow, dude. Oh my gosh.
Quite right in the heart, mate.
Oh, right in the heart. Just dead on impact.
Nice and fresh. Didn't destroy the stomach. It's a nice male. That's the one you want to hunt.
Holy cow.
The red kangaroo, also known as the plain kangaroo, is the largest marsupial in the world.
It's wild to see something like this because it's a beautiful animal and they've got like an amazing looking body, these big ears like a dog, gigantic thick Achilles, big old paws, giant feet, then this strong powerful tail to balance with. How old do you think this one is?
4 years old.
Great shot, by the way.
Thanks,
Very
man.
patient because it was about to escape behind a bush and you just like waited till you got the perfect shot and went for it. Well done. And so before rifles, before flashlights, before trucks, 1,000 years ago, how would your ancestors get the kangaroos?
They will build a wall and they'll use the wind. When the wind blows, they'll stand behind the wall. So they stop the kangaroo, then they'll spear if they drink in the water.
So they have to build a wall next to water.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll just use the wind. The wind blowing that way, they'll come
The opposite direction.
opposite direction, yep,
And spirit.
and spirit.
That's so much work. All right, let's take it back. Well done, man.
That's crazy.
It's the next day and excitement is in the air. A group of skilled hands are hard at work, digging a hole, setting fire to wood, and heating stones to prepare for our feast. Our cooking grounds lie in a secluded ancient river basin, far from civilization. As Clint and I make our way there with the kangaroo in tow, we stumble upon an unexpected surprise.
This is wild. We were just going down the highway and then out of nowhere, the car in front of us hit a kangaroo and it lies right here, right now. It died instantly.
Yeah.
How often do you see that happen?
Wait, what the fuck?
We stumble
So they actually.
upon an unexpected surprise.
This is wild. We were just going down the highway and then out of nowhere, the car in front of us hit a kangaroo and it lies right here, right now. It died instantly.
Yeah.
How often do you see that happen?
It's actually a common occurrence, especially around the towns where there's a lot of traffic.
Is this kangaroo different from the one yesterday?
Yeah, so it's a different species. This one is called Euro, also known as a wallaroo. It's more a hill-dwelling kangaroo compared to the other one, which lives in the plain.
It's between a wallaby and a kangaroo?
Yeah,
Wallaroo.
yeah.
Meet the wallaroo, a distant cousin of the legendary red kangaroo and a true Aussie battler. Shorter, stockier, they're perfect for a high-stakes cuddle or, in this case, serving up to a hungry crowd.
We don't want to waste the animal, especially if it just died. So a lot of the time, my people will pick it up and we'll take it and we'll cook it.
Oh, man, people crazy.
So we've just arrived to the cooking grounds, and at this point we have 2 kangaroos, so we're gonna cook them both. Fortunately, we have basically Clint's entire extended family here helping. About 10 people work to cook it together. Right now, they're lighting a big fire, so they have a big pile of embers, and then all of that is gonna cook underground. But we also have some special side dishes cooked up by Clint's mother. Wait till you see this.
Like many cultures in history, the cooking style of the Aboriginal people reflects their nomadic lifestyle. The process must be quick, efficient, it can't require complex tools, yet the final product has to be palatable in the end. An incision is made in the stomach where the organs are removed. The organs will not be buried, but they will be used shortly. Now, the hot stones. As many as possible are placed inside the body. Once complete, it's stitched up. The kangaroo tails are severed, then bound tightly. Now it's time for the roos to descend into their final resting place. Here, men who have done this many times before find the delicate balance between hot sand, cinders, and more sand, ensuring the heat is well distributed. In just 2 hours, both kangaroos should cook all the way through. I'm counting on our expert cooks to ensure neither of these animals died in vain, but still, fingers crossed. In the meantime, Jaden makes quick use of the recently removed liver.
So right here we have the kangaroo liver. Is that a heart too?
Yep.
Very nice. And you just throw it over the charcoal and it's ready to eat?
Ready to eat.
But do you ever eat it raw?
Yep, it's half raw now.
Fantastic. Should we go heart first? I like the heart.
Which kangaroo is this?
This is from the plain kangaroo.
Oh, I like it. It's got a little dirt on there for texture. A little bit of salt here. Cheers.
Cheers.
A little bit of sand. Careful for that. Although it will polish your teeth.
It's a pretty neutral flavor. I was expecting really gamey.
It almost has a certain sourness to it. I've never had a heart this rare before. It's so soft. Should we try some liver?
Yep.
Oh, wow. This is looking more gnarly. Cheers. crunchy sand, soft, half cooked. You can feel the tissues themselves kind of ripping apart as you run your teeth through them.
Kind of buttery, like a really smooth texture other than the sand.
It just melts in the mouth.
I'm usually a heart guy. That liver is actually better than the heart. That's blowing my mind.
The liver isn't the only treasured organ. Right now, Clint's mother, Gloria, is preparing a traditional offal entree using the kangaroo stomach. She chops kidneys, spleen, and liver into chunks. Add some kangaroo
The
backstraps.
backbone meat is normally tender.
Mix well with diced onions, potatoes, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and oil. Now, all that must be transferred to the stomach.
Make sure the first lot go right down to fill the bottom up. So you get the end of the skin goes around the bottom, then you stuff the stomach back into itself, so it stops it from spilling out.
She then secures it shut with a stick and grills it on cinders to harden and secure the stomach's shape. Wrap it in tin foil and place it inside an impromptu oven with heat hitting it from below and above.
I noticed that the kangaroo has to be prepared the same way every time underground, but with the organs, there's more flexibility, right?
Yes.
And so if you're not cooking the organs inside the stomach, what are you doing with them?
We can put them in stews, fry them, and just make a damper and eat it like that.
Sounds good. This is the biggest damper I've ever seen. I've only seen two though. Slicing it down the middle, and there's just like big, beautiful, coarse pieces of everything all mixed together. What's awesome about stomach cooking is it, when it gets hot, it constricts and it squeezes everything together like a sausage.
It's more like a pie.
Bro!
You think it's more like a pie or like a round sausage?
It's like a pie to me.
The Australians are ganging up on me. Do you put that on top of the bread?
Yes, we do.
Oh, there we go. Let's try it out. Oh, that's delicious. The meat is like beautifully steamed in there. I love the way it's cooked from all sides. Usually when I see people, doing outdoor cooking, they might just put the heat underneath, but they've got heat above, they got heat below, and it creates kind of like a steam convection oven inside.
This is a heavy meal. A damper's so thick. I don't think you could eat a couple more slices of this. It's just such dense bread and then rich, strong meat.
So I got some of the skin of the stomach. Oh, that's rubbery.
We like chewy.
Yeah, it's a big mix of textures. Where'd you learn this recipe from?
From my mom. Been handed down to her from her mom.
From the time that you were a child until now, are people eating less game meats? Are you eating less game meats?
No, I love my game meat. Most of my people, we still eat our game meat. My grandmother, before she died, she used to always crave a bush tucker. Always want a kangaroo. So we'd have to go out hunting and just
that's crazy.
Kangaroo.
Wow, it's amazing.
I do love
That's
that that's still
crazy.
such a core thing, you know?
It's not like ordering a pizza.
No.
No.
It takes a bit more investment than that.
Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of effort, but once you've cooked it and you do it right, the meal, as you can see, is quite delicious.
After 2 hours of steadily building anticipation, the time has come to unearth the kangaroos. The cooked marsupials are placed over a thicket of wattle leaves. The question on everyone's mind, did we succeed or did we fail? There's only one way to find out.
It looks good. Is this how it's supposed to look?
Yep.
They look like, what's that volcano that erupted and everyone was like, no, and then they were frozen forever and they got put in a museum?
Pompeii.
Yeah, they look like that. And the smell coming off here, it is like a thick, gamey steam. It's also like a mix of burnt flesh and burnt hair and cooked meat. It would make the worst Yankee candle ever. Do you know Yankee candles?
No.
No, okay. Sorry about that. We have two kangaroos here. Which one is the one that was shot yesterday?
This one.
This is a plain kangaroo. Oh, wow. You're just going right into basically the thigh.
Dude, that is way more juicy than I thought looking at the outside.
Yes. Whoa, that looks incredible.
Right.
The musculature looks like no other animal I've seen before. It's just going in every other direction. You can see the striations of the meat. Is this well done?
Medium rare, that's how you need to cook it. Oh,
That is hot, hot, hot.
And it looks quite chewy and super lean. Let's try it out.
Dude, how is that so tender for something that's so lean? You just bite straight through that. I thought that was gonna be one of the chewier meats. It's the leg of
Right.
the freaking animal that jumps.
It's somehow gushy, but there's no discernible fat located in here at all. I think venison is probably the most accurate, close comparison in that it has that kind of wild flavor.
This is one of the least gamey game meats you could get.
I totally agree.
The meat is chopped into chunks and shared with everyone, from succulent leg meat, juicy loin cuts, tender ribs, and flavorful shoulder pieces.
oops. Good catch.
You know what I'm saying?
Safe.
This is from the kangaroo that was
I
struck
find
by a
it too.
vehicle. Definitely tougher and a little bit more gamey. A tinge of a sheep flavor. Every new creature brings with it a new experience. Sometimes you can compare it to a different animal, sometimes you can't. And this, I didn't know what to expect either, but the way it's cooked and the fact that it just came off the fire, they're both still very palatable, for sure.
Each cut has its own unique texture and taste, but there's one part everyone clamors for, the kangaroo tail. And I'm about to find out why.
Gloria?
Yes.
Do you have any room left in your tummy?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? All right, well, me and Andrew can take over then. We've got some tail right here.
It's not the most alien chunk of meat you've ever seen.
It's hair, there's skin, there's fat, there's a bone in the middle, like we're eating oxtail soup.
What you do is you just peel the skin off and then you take a bite from the meatiest part of the flesh.
Do you like this part, the fat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so good.
It's real tender.
The fat just melts, man. It's like it's covered in butter.
This is a world of food I knew nothing about. I knew that folks that ate kangaroo in Australia, I assumed they would like grind the meat up and maybe put it into a hamburger or something like that. But
well,
keeping the tails, serving them whole is not what I expected.
It's kind of surreal because I've eaten kangaroo before from the supermarket, but I've never tasted anything like this tail, that's for sure. You know, you could serve that in any restaurant.
This day's been fascinating being able to talk to you about food, but also about your
Kangaroo
culture and where you come from. In all
The
of
way
this,
they
how many
was eating
different
that shit make
indigenous
me want
foods are there?
some.
Aboriginals are not one people. Before Europeans arrived, it's believed there were over 500
They look like they
different
black.
Aboriginal clans. Even today,
There's over 350 across the whole continent, and Western Australia has over 124.
Clint's family and his greater community are a cross of the Ngarluma and Yinji Barndi people, known for their history of hunting and distinct art forms, like rock paintings.
What do you think makes the food of your people so unique?
It's the most Australian food you can possibly get. It's actually from the continent of Australia. You won't find it anywhere else on the planet.
How has life changed for the Aboriginal community here from the time you were a child until now?
When I was a child, we used to go out all the time, out bush. But nowadays, it's different. It's the drugs, the alcohol affecting most of our people. And, you know, the diets, sodas, cool drinks, sweet stuff. That's why most of us don't live up to a certain age. They get diabetes and heart attacks and stuff like that.
And the biggest part is because of the convenience, you know, we can drive in a motor car, we can shop at the shop, we can get takeout and all that sort of stuff. So for us in this area, we try to balance out our diet with our traditional diet as well as what we're eating in this modern setting, you know, so at least we're getting some of this to even it out a bit.
Gloria, if you were the president of Karatha, what could be done differently to help stop this issue of these addictions that people are facing? Is there any solution for that?
I guess there's no solution, but there could be prevention. I would introduce daily trips out bush. Instead of young fellows or whoever, indigenous people going to prison, they get rehabilitated out in the land and they'll be able to learn how to hunt rather than sending them to rehab.
Focusing on rehabilitation instead of just punishment.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's beautiful. Thank you also, Gloria, for joining us
Yeah,
today.
thank you.
It was a
American
pleasure speaking with
dream.
you.
Well,
And
any
tomorrow,
dream. That's not
we have a lot
American
more in
dream,
store.
but
Boom. All right, we are in the water. I can't see anything.
How the hell did you see this, Elijah?
now I think they finna eat a fucking stingray.
Well done, bro. Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works
That's
because
the
of
end
you
of the
guys.
episode.
Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace. It is just so lean though. It has a bit of flavor, but it's not like when you eat like a Kobe steak or something. I don't know.
Compare the most fatty animal to the leanest one.
I don't know. What happened with the bullet situation?
Oh, the bullets went on scattered on the ground.
Considering the fact that you tried to fire with no bullets,
Yeah.
you kept your composure pretty good.
Hey, no bullet in here.
It's a goofy as shit.
Nora!
Perfect.
Oh, it's salty. Dude, my mouth is actually watering. Can I tell you, this looks a lot better than Vegemite.
It's way better than Vegemite.
Damper cake's my new favorite cake.
I feel like it's not really a cake.
All right, so the meat is a cake, but the cake is what are you telling us? Is this meat?
It's bread.
Yeah, but it's cakey because it's dense. It's doughy.
There's no sweetness to this at all.
Where'd you get the cake from? This is meat. Wait, hold on. Did you say
No,
that? Cake?
you said it. That's when you know you're in a logic trap.
I lost the plot. How often do you get one of these?
I get it often, but yeah, other people get it not that often.
That's right. See, other people, basically Elijah is saying suck it in a very humble way. Is that what you're saying, Elijah?
Yeah.
Of everything that you can hunt, how many different species are there?
There's heaps of species.
I understand that heaps is a quantifiable Australian measurement. Does heaps mean more than 10?
Yep.
More than 20?
A good amount, yeah.
But the most prized part of the kangaroo is the tail meat. And we're gonna try that next.
Can't wait.
Go on. Boom, guys, that is the end of our first video here in Australia. I hope you're enjoying because we have so much more to come. A big thank you to my friend Andrew here.
Thank you, sir.
You can check out Andrew's work on his YouTube channel. Right here is the name of it. Right now, you can check out his food focus series on the Katu people of Vietnam. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Okay, all right. Yeah, I want to eat